Okay, let's unpack this. In an age where so much of our lives, I mean, even our conflicts, play out publicly online,
Yeah.
how do communities protect themselves?
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah, it's a huge
how do you
concern.
balance that raw freedom of expression with the very real, tangible impact words have when they spill from the screen into, well, into the streets?
What's fascinating here is that we're diving into a powerful dialogue that captures exactly this tension. Our source is a YouTube video from young Ant Jefe, and he's reacting to this really profound, heartfelt message.
Okay.
It's from an elder from the Hoover community, originally shared on the Under the Groove channel. And this isn't just some casual online back and forth. It feels like a critical moment for a community grappling with, accountability and integrity in this digital age.
Right. So our mission today is really to extract the core insights from this deep exchange.
Mm-hmm.
We want to understand this urgent call for internal accountability within communities and that incredibly tricky tightrope walk of maintaining genuine integrity when everything's broadcast for clicks and views. It's about more than just what was said. It's about what it reveals, about, well, our collective digital future, maybe.
Precisely. And what's particularly compelling here is young Ant Jefe's connection to this elder.
Right. Tell us about that.
He describes him as a familiar, respected figure, someone he'd actually met before.
Oh, okay.
During these significant efforts to, put together some peace and ceasefire in LA, this involved various crypt sets and, of course, the Hoovers.
Wow. So there's history there.
Definitely. And this elder, known from the Under the Groove channel, he steps forward now, and he seems to be expressing this profound weariness, a deep sense of frustration.
You also feel it.
Yeah. If we connect this to the bigger picture, the elder is reportedly getting fed up and getting tired of his community being targeted.
Clear.
He's voicing deep concern about specific figures and online platforms.
Like who?
Well, he names Dreamfor and Wack 100, who are, prominent personalities in the online hip-hop and street culture scene.
Sure.
And No Jumper, that big podcast platform. He implies they are manipulators.
Manipulators? How so?
He says they foment dissension, basically stir up conflict, and crucially prioritize the bag and the number.
Ah, the money and the views.
Exactly. Over the community's actual well-being and what he calls posterity.
Posterity.
Yeah.
Meaning the next generation.
Yeah, the younger generation, the future reputation of the community. That's how he frames it.
And we hear direct criticism about specific, very public incidents, right?
Oh, absolutely. He calls out Adam, meaning Adam 22 of No Jumper,
Okay.
for allowing Gumby up there to come up there, get off the fifth, and say what he had to say.
Get off the fifth. What does that imply exactly?
It suggests a no-holds-barred verbal attack,
Right.
Just raw, unrestrained.
Gotcha.
And then he adds, Gumby seemingly came full circle back door with young Hawk, which sounds like a perceived betrayal or maybe a shift in allegiance behind the scenes.
Complex dynamics.
Very. There's also mention of Wack 100 having his thing with Gumby and Dream Foreign potentially posting disrespectful or derogatory videos. These aren't seen as minor squabbles. They're viewed as direct assaults on community cohesion.
So, given all this deep concern, what's the solution the elder proposes? What's the call to action?
His message is ultimately a raw, really urgent plea for self-accountability. He directly urges members active on social media to hold yourself accountable.
Just own your part in it.
Exactly. And he warns them pretty starkly that if they don't, it will catch up with you.
Yeah.
He passionately stresses that internal issues should be kept in-house.
Right. Off the public platforms?
Yes. He implores the brothers to take it off these platforms and talk about whatever differences you have, man. And he adds, I guarantee you, if you leave your feelings at the door, you'll get to a place where, man, there's commonality.
That makes intuitive sense, keeping internal issues private.
Yeah.
But then he takes it to a very stark place.
He does.
He outlines the ultimate consequences he sees coming from this. Ain't but two things going to come from this shit man jail or death.
Yeah.
That's a brutal reality, isn't it? It
Right.
really underscores the weight, the stakes involved in these community conflicts.
It absolutely does.
And then he challenges his listeners, quite provocatively, asking, when is it enough? Is it enough when your community is targeted or you feel like people are scraping what you represent?
Yeah.
He's really driving home this idea that there has to be a breaking point.
Indeed. It's a powerful, direct challenge to the very foundation of this online conflict culture. Now, what's fascinating is how young Ant Jefe responds to this.
Right. Because he doesn't just agree, does he?
No, he adds crucial layers to the conversation. It's not just an echo.
So the elder lays down this powerful challenge, this raw call for change. But what happens when another influential voice from within that same community steps up? Young Ant Jefe's perspective, it doesn't just echo the elder's wisdom, like you said. It adds this fascinating critical layer.
Exactly. He resonates strongly with the elder's core sentiment. He says he too holds pride in my community. He doesn't want it to be a butt of a joke of being exploited or being exploited on camera or, slandered.
So there's a fundamental agreement on the problem itself.
Yes, definitely. However, young Ant Jefe really encourages critical thinking on certain points. He challenges the elder's trust, for instance, in the chats or the comment sections.
Oh, interesting. Why?
He argues that, and this is a great point, because they, the people, don't mean they, the good people. He wisely points out that these comment sections can be easily flooded by, targeted audiences with their own agendas. They don't necessarily represent genuine community feeling.
That makes sense. The loudest voices aren't always the most representative.
Precisely.
Yeah.
So he emphasizes the importance of going for what I know and conduct myself and hold myself accountable, shifting the focus from external validation, like likes and comments, to internal integrity.
That's a crucial distinction, isn't it? Relying on your own moral compass rather than the online mob, so to speak.
Exactly.
He also directly addresses that very touchy subject of doing things for a bag.
Yeah.
For money.
He does. And while the elder implies this is inherently manipulative, young Ant Jefe offers a counter-argument that really makes you think. He says, regardless if I am doing it for the money because I'm doing something for money, don't mean that I'm bending my integrity on what I'm doing.
Okay.
And then the key part, it's not about what you're doing, it's how you doing it.
It's how you do it. That's a powerful point about intent and method over just, chasing the money.
It really is. And this brings up a profound point about identity and representation within a community. Young Ant Jefe points out that even if someone isn't actively in the streets, meaning like directly involved in gang activities anymore, or isn't a gangbanger, if they represent the community, they are a member.
So responsibility doesn't just vanish.
No. They must hold themselves accountable regardless of age or current status. He pushes back strongly against this idea that if it's on the net, it's on the net, it's fair game.
Which you hear a lot online.
All the time. Instead, he asserts a kind of spiritual adherence to protocol and just what feels right over blindly following the masses or becoming a carbon copy.
A carbon copy.
Yeah.
Like just imitating others online.
Exactly. A clone of others' online personas. And he warns that this lack of authenticity, this just following trends, can ultimately lead to depression.
Wow. So it connects personal well-being to community integrity online.
That seems to be his point. And ultimately, young Ant Jefe echoes the need for unity. He stresses that if a message is coming from the higher up and it's a solid message, the community have to be on one core, one accord.
One accord. Unity.
Yeah. He wants to see consistency between the older homies who are pushing for peace and the younger members actually living it out.
It's not just about avoiding conflict. It's about actively building something positive.
Exactly. He ties this unity and collective progress to his own compelling framework, what he calls his 5P word philosophy.
Okay, what are the 5 Ps?
Positivity, production, prosperity, power, and the people.
Positivity, production, prosperity, power, and the people.
It's not just a catchy phrase. It feels like a comprehensive vision for community building. It emphasizes proactive creation and collective strength rather than just reacting to all the online negativity.
So, wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you, the listener? This deep dive really highlights, I think, that urgent call for self and community accountability, especially when faced with these widespread, often conflicting online narratives.
Yeah, it really does.
It shows how personal integrity becomes a kind of public act,
Right.
with real-world consequences.
Absolutely. And it underscores that vital distinction between using these platforms for positive production, for building things up, elevating the community,
Right.
and allowing them to become tools for dissension where the bag or the clicks overshadow collective posterity, that future well-being we talked about. This whole conversation really challenges us, I think, to consider where true integrity lies, both within our own communities and just in our everyday online interactions.
So, as you navigate your own digital spaces, as you witness these online dialogues play out, what stands out to you? How can communities best protect their integrity and, foster true progress when so much is played out so publicly? And maybe the biggest question, When do we collectively decide that enough is enough when it comes to online conflict impacting real lives?
That's the core question, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah.
And it's a question that extends far beyond just this one community into the very fabric of our digitally connected world.
Yes. Only thing that I'm worried about, punch one of these pussy ass niggas in their mouth. Then they film and they'll upload it. Suckers do anything for that clout. They'll trick you out of your position if you ain't gained up and you ain't here watching out. Internet bloggers, internet gangsters, who the snitch? I can't tell. On the dead homies and enemies podcast, the only podcast that I won't tell. But I ain't tripping, I just pay attention to my own little business and I get the smell. I'm in another state, making another plate. Big pet place on my state. A plush hotel, just counting mail. I do this shit and I do it well.